Okay, so what Russ Ruffino says here is you have to have the right product. It needs to be a cheap, fast, and newbie-friendly method. And he says that multiple times. A cheap, fast, and newbie-friendly method. It needs to be all three in order to succeed. If someone has to invest $500 to make something work, then the product won't work. The end result has to be something that has universal value. So something like how to get subscribers on your list, or how to get traffic, or how to get money. Like it's just these things that are going to work for a lot of different people. If you're teaching something that has something that's a bit advanced, you still need to position it as being cheap, fast, and newbie friendly. Most people who buy your product will never actually even apply the methods, and this is an unfortunate part of a lot of these information products, is that people buy and then never use it. The sales copy has to be superb. You can't do a WSO launch without amazing sales copy. And Russ writes his own sales copy, and he says that amazing sales copy is really expensive, so that everyone really should try and master sales copy, as it's going to be one of the most helpful things for you in the long run. And if you need to, you can just model after other successful WSOs. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Just copy other successful people, and from there you can learn certain principles that work. So something that could be like a headline could be something like, watch me get insert amazing result in insert short time. That's really easy. So how to awesome without suck. So how to get 1,000 subscribers without doing any work would be something like that. So how to get something without doing something that you don't want to do. What is the problem that this will solve? That this will solve, and explain why it sucks, and then explain the solution. So you could explain something like, building a list of 10,000 subscribers is really difficult. It's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of money. But if you do it this way, then it's going to be really inexpensive, and you can do it in less than a month, and anyone can do it. Like that's something that's going to be really interesting for a lot of people. The sub-headlines on the thread, especially in the Warrior Forum, are more important than anything else in the sales letter. Someone should be able to read down through your sales letter and understand what the offer is, and then be able to buy just based on that. It needs to tell the entire story of the sales copy. And you should be able to get the gist of the entire copy just by reading through the sub-headlines. And if you're interested in reading more and understanding sales copy even better, he recommends Dan Kennedy's The Ultimate Sales Letter. He doesn't do drawn-out launches with contests and big announcements. He makes a product so that the EPC is so high that people will want to mail for it. And as far as pricing is concerned, $7 to $17 dime sales. Price goes up with every one sale. You want the buy now button to say one left at this price all the time. If you think it's going to go up really quickly and that a lot of people are going to buy it, then you could do 1 cent per sale or 2 cents per sale. If the WSO is going to be a success or a failure within the first few hours. You want to see 10 to 20% conversions on the front end. You want to have two OTOs, $27 and $37, and a very, very, very expensive something to pitch to them on the back end of the WSO itself. Russ has a $2,860 a month mentoring that he pitches, and that's a way that he's really able to make a lot of money back after doing his product launches. The first one-time offer should solve the next problem that the person will have. The second one-time offer will be some way of making the process even easier. For the one-time offer, you never want to undermine what you've just sold. So you don't want to say like, you don't want to have the front end be like a PDF, and then the one-time offer be videos, because you're going to be saying like, you just bought the PDF, but now here, get the videos. It's going to undermine what you just sold and reduce the value of what you just sold. So what you want to do instead is do something like thanks for buying. You just bought an awesome course. It's going to blow your mind, but now you're going to need to know this. So something that's like the next step along the way, something that will help them out. For the second OTO, it should be a done for you version. So let's say you're doing a course on list building. Maybe you can sell them some kind of a done for you list building service, something like that. If everything goes wrong in your launch, but your sales copy and concept are phenomenal, then you can still make money. So it goes back to say that the sales copy is so important. Too many people spend way too much time on their product and not enough time on their sales copy. You should write your sales copy before you make the product. So if you sit down and you've got your idea for your product and you start writing the sales copy and start writing down what like the benefits and the features and everything are for that, it's going to be a lot more helpful when you actually sit down and make the product, because you're going to know exactly what you want to sell, and it's going to make it a lot easier to get a successful launch.